This is HNN.
This is HNNCast, with your host, Space Rogue.
This is Space Rogue for the Hacker News Network. You're watching another edition of HNNCast.
HNNCast is sponsored by Immunity, makers of Canvas and other fine products. www.immunitysec.com. Become a sponsor. Contact sales@hackernews.com.
You're watching the Hacker News Network. I'm Space Rogue and this is HNNCast for the first week of June 2009. Our top story this week, Ghost Exodus, aka Jesse William McGraw, the leader of the Electronic Tribulation Army, has been arrested by the FBI on a charge of downloading malicious code into a computer without authorization. Ghost Exodus claims to have gained access to the heating and ventilation system at the Carroll Clinic Hospital in Dallas, Texas, where he worked as an overnight security guard. The FBI claims that Ghost Exodus had planned a massive DDoS attack to occur on July 4th, or, in his words, Devil's Day, and had already quit his job in preparation for the attacks. Additional charges will probably be filed depending on the outcome of the grand jury's investigation. Always remember to vet your outsourced employees, people. That includes the cleaning crew and the security guards. Lil Hacker, aka Matthew Wiegman, a blind 19-year-old man from Massachusetts, has been sentenced to 11 years in federal prison following his guilty plea on computer intrusion and witness intimidation charges earlier this year. Lil Hacker is often regarded as one of the best phone phreakers in the country and claims to have been manipulating phone systems since he was 8 years old. He is responsible for several instances of swatting, or calling in fake hostage reports to 911, forcing a SWAT team to raid innocent people's houses. With no parole available in the federal system, he might be out in time for his 30th birthday. A talk regarding insecurities of ATM machines has been cancelled from this year's DEF CON schedule. Barnaby Jack had planned to demonstrate a live attack on stage against an ATM machine and getting the machine to jackpot, or spit out, all its money. Unfortunately, the ATM manufacturer has pressured Barnaby's employer Juniper Networks to cancel Jack's talk. You would think that with all the publicity that arose from Cisco, Apple, and the MBTA canceling talks in previous years, the companies would learn that getting talks canceled only makes things worse. Wait a minute. Did Michael Lynn quit his job at ISS rather than see his Cisco talk get canceled? And doesn't he work for Juniper Networks now? Ah well, full circle, I guess. Max Vision, aka Iceman, aka Max Butler, pled guilty to federal wire fraud charges on Monday, admitting he stole nearly 2 million credit card numbers from banks, businesses, and other criminals, which were used to rack up $86 million in fraudulent charges. A former celebrated internet security consultant, Max Vision also ran the online forum Carter's Market, where criminals would meet online to buy, sell, and trade credit card information. The sealed plea agreement could get Max up to 60 years in jail. Gotta wonder why the plea is sealed. We will be back with more stories after this word from our sponsor.
What was the most trusted name in Hacker News? The voice of reason. The Hacker News Network. HNNCast launches 011110. Be there. Be there. Advertise with HNNCast. Sponsor and advertiser packages available. For more information, contact sales@hackernews.com.
The streets of Iran may be quiet, but the fight continues on in cyberspace. Online hacktivists are still targeting DDoS attacks against the websites of various government organizations. Many online sympathizers are gathering online at a site known as NitaNet.org, named after the Iranian woman gunned down in the streets of Tehran last week. NitaNet.org was created by none other than Eric S. Raymond himself. Another site known as Freedom Sucker has a dozen websites automatically reloading every second in an attempt to keep certain Iranian government sites offline. Rubico, aka David Kernell, finally went on trial in Tennessee this week to face charges that he hacked into Alaska Governor Sarah Palin's email account and changed her password to Popcorn last September. Hack? I don't think so. Guessing an email password does not a hack make. Oh sure, he used some proxy service to try and hide, obviously not very well, but calling this a hack? No. Unfortunately, this kid probably won't get the slap on the wrist he deserves, but will instead be made an example of. How about instead we punish a publicly elected official for using unofficial email channels for government business in a flagrant violation of public records laws? I won't even mention the stupidity of choosing a weak, guessable password. Malware everywhere. The latest target? Children. Specifically, a website known as Neopets, an online social community that revolves around virtual pets. While the site itself hasn't been compromised, it is a gathering place for unwary children who can easily be social engineered into downloading and installing malware. Once installed, the malware will easily grab passwords to the kids' Xbox Live account or, just as easily, their parents' online bank accounts.
Advertise with HNNCast. Sponsor and advertiser package is available. For more information, contact sales@hackernews.com.
And now for a few quick stories that we found online this week. Bullitt County, Kentucky is now out $415,000 that was siphoned from their online bank account after at least one county employee fell victim to a, quote, identification theft virus, unquote, whatever that is. The FBI is investigating. Last week, just as news of Michael Jackson's death hit the web, Google saw a massive spike in related web searches. They actually mistook this spike as an attack at first. It took Google about a half an hour or so to figure out what was really going on. China's ultra-secure government OS, Kylin, which they claim to be proprietary, has been found to run on a hardened version of FreeBSD 5.3. The full speaker schedule for DEF CON 17 has been released. Of course, it doesn't include Barnaby Jack's ATM cock. And the official hashtag, #DefCon, has been announced as well. Airtel, an iPhone distributor in India, has claimed that their iPhone 3GSs are uncrackable and cannot be jailbroken. Not really sure why they are bragging about that, but their IT director claims that even the most talented people on the planet will be unable to unlock their iPhones. Yeah, right. Sounds like a challenge to me. The Conficker worm prevented the city of Manchester, England from issuing 1,609 traffic violations within the statutory limit of 28 days, forcing the city to lose out on collecting £43,000. Hey, free parking! The U.S. Secret Service will be teaming up with an Italian anti-cybercrime police unit to create the European Electronic Crime Task Force to bolster defenses against computer attacks on embassies and other government sites that host sensitive computer systems. Maria Belen-Shapur, the alleged Argentinian mistress of South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, has claimed that emails leaked to the press from her Hotmail account were done so by an online cybercriminal. A 200-year-old cipher sent to President Thomas Jefferson by his friend Robert Patterson has finally been cracked by Lauren Smithline, a 36-year-old mathematician from New Jersey. And finally this week, Sacramento police have arrested Jonah Nelson, who claims that he made more than 1,000 fake ID cards and stole over 500 identities using materials he found while dumpster diving at his local bank. Remember, kids, only you can protect your identity. This has been HNNCast with your host Space Rogue on the Hacker News Network. Remember, if you have any news you think we should report, send it to news@hackernews.com. You have been watching HNNCast. This is Space Rogue for the Hacker News Network.
Fun to do bad things.